We shattered the glass, and it only happens when there's a frequency shift. And it was literally an hour ago, it shattered, and I thought, yeah, February is a big month, and there's a lot of change happening in the energies. Is becoming lighter, and like Paula was saying, there's so much going on today. You got the new moon, you got the Chinese new moon as New Year, and there's things happening with the planets, and February is a good energy. It's a nice energy. We're moving into a new space. So I just wanted to bring everyone together today, and I've seen a huge increase in people joining the newsletter, and the energies are shifting. Things are moving so quickly, so it's just nice to connect. And this is the energy of this new moon. Bring everyone together, bring the community together, bring that hub of people together, so that you are in one space and you can see each other. And so I felt really guided to do this, and because it's a new moon as well, and I was in bed this morning, and I just got this message that the information started to come through. So I'm going to be channeling some information from source for everyone for this new moon and for this year, and just giving you some information for the year, and what the themes for this year. So you may be noticing a lot of activity in the skies. There's a lot of activity happening. I'm literally seeing, UFOs and starships. Just literally, one came to visit yesterday, and that was really beautiful. And Kate has been sending me dragons in the sky and videos, and so it's been so lovely. There's just so much going on. So be open to seeing, be present, and just know, be aware of what's happening around you. So, I just wanted to just bring everyone together, because we started this community, I think it was about 10 years ago. And at first it was on Meetup. It was I got the message I needed to start a group. And then it went on to another newsletter. I have different hubs of newsletters that I try and incorporate together. But it just became something global, and our community is global. We have souls, a huge number in the USA, and I'm in London. And then we have South Africa, we have the Middle East, we have Europe, we have Australia. So we cover many countries. And, people just find me. I think it's just that magnetic energy. When it's time to meet, we meet. And I don't believe in, you have to force yourself and put yourself out there on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm really terrible at all of that. But people still find me. When it's their time, they find me. And this is the infinite intelligence that I trust, and we work with very strongly. When the soul is needing that guidance, when the soul is ready to go into that next chapter of their life, they find us, and then the work starts. So it's very beautiful, and people often say it's a miracle. It's a miracle that I found you. And it's like, no, there's a higher guidance always working behind the scenes. Source, creator, infinite intelligence, the infinite mind is always working behind the scenes, bringing souls together that are ready to go and do that deeper work. So welcome everyone. If you are new, and some are from my YouTube channel, some new faces here from YouTube. We had about 100 people sign up, so maybe they're getting the recording, but it's just nice to have that hub together. So today, I wanted to just share a few themes that are coming up for this year, and also just give you a little channeling, so that you can just hear the wisdom and the guidance from Source. And this year, there's going to be a lot more work that we've been doing a lot of work in the last 2 years. We've done a lot of shadow work. We've done a lot of growth, soul growth, but it's going to continue this year. And the big theme that's coming up for this year is relationships. Looking at our masculine and our feminine, and doing that deeper healing within us. So reflection is really going to be strong in our relationships, where if something is out of balance, you will be triggered. And if things are out of balance, they're going to be triggered. So you've got to really look at your relationships and just try and understand, what is the other person trying to show you? Where is the wound? How can I heal this? So still the shadow work is going to continue. And it's a big theme for this year. Also, relationships are upgrading. So as you upgrade and as you evolve, the people around you are going to shift and change. So you try not to get too attached to what's leaving and what you're letting go of, but just know that new souls are going to come into this space. So sometimes this journey can be very lonely, where you feel that, you know, you're on this you're on this journey, and you just get dealing with all of this on your own. But sometimes you go into a void where you're just shifting into a new space, into a new frequency, and you have to be alone in that hub for a while until you recalibrate, and then you'll start to meet souls on that vibration. So when you are going through that process and you need help, there are hubs of communities out there. And the future is going to be families of community, where we come together with souls who are on the same vibration, that you can just be together in a hub, a high frequency hubs, I call them, that are going to be lifting and going into this new higher space. And the higher space is really going inside of us as we start to open our hearts and open up the portal of our heart, and open up to the universe. There's just so much going on in the universe. And we are going from human to hybrid to galactic beings of the universe. So we are going, right now we are in hybrid mode. So we've gone from a 7 chakra system to a 12, 13 chakra system. And we're just opening up these portals, opening up the dimensions, opening up our higher chakras. And then we're going to become galactic humans, where we are literally ascended masters here on the earth. So the body is going through a lot of shifting, changing. If you've ever done any of my energy work, when you first start to work with me and have the transmissions, you'll probably get a bit of a flu or the cold-like symptoms, because what happens is when we flood your body with light, the body takes time to catch up. So, you know, it takes a little bit of time for the body, the cells, to adjust to the frequency of light that we're bringing into your body. So sometimes souls say, I was run down and I felt like I had a cold. But then the body recalibrates, and then it goes to another vibration. And after that, it can handle the energy work that we do. So we're building the groups up. We're building the energy up. You know, we do regular weekly events. We do courses. We do workshops, retreats. We're just building the energy up of the soul so that they can handle the higher frequencies. They can handle, recalibrate. If you give the soul too much in one go, they can't handle it, and it's like a blowout. It's like a circuit blowout, electric circuit blowout, and you don't want to do that. So we build the energy, we build the container, and we always make sure that you don't get too much that you can't handle. And we support the community every week. We meet weekly on Mondays and Thursdays, so that we can discuss what's going on, we can support everyone, and we can assist you through this time. So, you know, the last few years were intense on earth, but many said that the community was very supportive for them, and it helped them move through this space. So look, you know, if you feel alone, reach out to a community that can assist you. The energy of our community is very heart-centered, very loving. The one word I hear very often is trust. They feel they can trust, they can drop into this space of love. It's very nurturing, it's very supportive. And here you will be seen, you'll be loved, you'll be held, you know, you'll be respected as an equal. We call this circle of light, where everyone is seen, loved and supported. So we are a family here. So this year, you know, you are going to have to do more healing work. You're going to have to go deeper. We're going deeper. There's lots to do. And if we are to move towards love, we have to look at all those places that we haven't loved. So self-love is coming up very strongly. Self-love is the theme for this year. Where have you not loved your body? Where have you not loved yourself? Where have you created boundaries that where you've given your power away to others? Where have you been living by others' reality? You know, if someone else's reality and it's not yours. What the pandemic has highlighted for us here on earth is the pandemic of the mind and the depression and suppression of the soul. And this is what the whole world is waking up to get them on track and aligned with their soul. Because if you are struggling and if you are going through depression, that is a big wake-up call to tell you that you're off track. You're not aligned with your soul and what your soul wants to experience here on earth. And you know, my journey was a depression. That was my wake-up call to start searching and find my way back to my soul, because I was so far off. And during this time, you know, many of us have soul contracts with spirit, with the universe, where we've come here to do certain work. And if you're resisting it, and if you're fighting it, and if you're ignoring it, if you're not saying, no, I'm not ready, you'll get a tower moment. You'll get this where everything will start to close down in on you, and you'll have no choice but to make decisions towards your higher calling and your, you know, what you're here to do. And this is going to be happening very strongly this year because we have got work to do. We've signed up for this time, and this time is calling many of us to step into our power, step into our soul calling and shine our light. So if you find that you're just feeling compressed, restricted, you know, things are just getting on top of you, reach out to someone, find out what it is you're here to do. There are so many souls out there that can help you. But find out what your purpose is, what your calling is, you know, where are you out of alignment, and just look into all of that. Your tools are also going to be very important this year. Meditation, breath work is so important. Breath work helps you to stay in the present moment. But your tools are going to be important because these waves of energy that are coming in, they're strong, and they're going to bring everything to the surface. And then you've got to sit and process, understand. No stone will be left unturned through this time. Everything is going to come up that is out of balance, out of alignment with your truth and your higher self and your true self. And it's just the universe trying to get you into this new space where you will feel more happy, more joyful, more balanced, more whole, more in your heart, and leading from your soul, leading from your heart, leading from your spirit, where everything is alive and awake. And when you are on track with your soul and your spirit, you will not age. You will look younger. You will look younger, you look more vibrant, and you'll stop aging because you are living a life, a soul-fulfilled life of presence and alignment. So it's a beautiful space to be. And many of you are coming to our retreat in March. We're holding a very beautiful retreat, and I just wanted to say that if you are coming to the retreat, I recommend booking your places, your accommodation early, because it's the spring equinox. It's a very powerful time that people go to Glastonbury. So if you are coming, I recommend you book your accommodation very soon because things will get booked up. But we are going to be doing a lot of heart expansion work there, a lot of heart healing work, so really powerful work, energy work we will be doing. And we've got souls coming in from all over the world, so we're looking forward to that. So if you feel guided, join us for that. But relationships, connection with your mind, attachments and addictions. Attachments and addictions is another energy that's really strong this year. So if you have any attachments, if you have any addictions, that is going to come up very strongly, and you're going to have to look at that. Where are you in codependent relationships? Where do you have addictions? Where are you attached? And attachment means to your body, your thoughts, your mind, certain relationships, suffering, pain, many areas where you feel trapped, where you feel stuck as a soul. It will come up for you. So look at attachments, look at your addictions. Where are you addicted? Because addictions it's like trying to avoid the emotions. Sometimes addictions are a way of avoiding the emotions, but we can't avoid the emotions. We have to sit and process all our emotions. We have to see, feel, sense, and move through our emotions so that we can get to the other side. So keep doing the work. I know it's been a journey, but keep going, because what lies ahead is something beyond what you could ever imagine. And you know, the Spirit always says the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. There's so much beauty to come when you're living from your heart, when you're present, and the miracles of life are all around you. And that's the place that you want to live from. Yeah. So let's just have a quick check-in before I start the channeling. I want you to imagine Source. And Source is, you know, sometimes we think, oh, Creator or God is a man or a woman. It's not. It's genderless. It's a huge energy, golden energy in the cosmos. And that energy is within us, in each one of us, and taking on a human identity, having an experience here on earth, you know, through our identities. And we run around in our humanness thinking that that is us, and that, you know, we have to figure everything out. And the ego mind will always trying to keep you The ego mind is there to protect you. Your ego is there to protect you. It's there to keep you safe. But it also keeps you very limited, and it stops you expanding and growing. And we can't listen to the ego mind anymore because it just is trying to keep you in that limited space, trying to protect you, trying to keep you small. But you're expanding exponentially. And so you've got to allow this expansion, which is why you've got to calm the mind down. So if the mind is very busy, meditation is so important. Meditation or mindfulness or just some kind of breath work is so powerful to get you back into the present moment. So you've got to get beyond the mind. The mind, had Thai on Monday, the session, Thich Nhat Hanh, he came in through, and he was saying the mind is 1%. The mind is 1%, and you've got all this space that you're not exploring. So get beyond the mind so that you're in this space, so that you can really experience creation and expansion and growth. We're here to experience growth. And this morning when I was, just waking up, I got the message, life is living in freedom on earth. Living in freedom on earth. And I thought, wow, that's so gorgeous. Living in freedom on earth. So every time you think about life, I want you to think about that. Living in freedom on earth. And this is what's happening right now. We're going through this process where we're looking at where do we feel trapped? Where are we stuck in our thoughts? Where are we stuck in our mind? Where are we stuck in our bodies? Where are we not accepting ourselves? Where are we stuck in addictions? Where are we stuck in relationships? Where are we stuck in codependency? Life, living in freedom on earth. This is what we've come to do here. Live in freedom here on earth as beings that are leading from their soul. And the soul wants freedom. The human likes comfort, but the soul likes freedom. Soul likes expression. Soul likes to just explore and expand and dance and sing and feel light. But the human likes its comforts and likes to be in its comfort zone and likes to just know where it's going and have an agenda. But the soul doesn't want an agenda. The soul wants freedom. So every time you think about life, think about that. I loved it. Living in freedom on earth. The energy of the heart is really important. The more your heart is open and more open to the miracles, because this is a portal and this is a gateway. And in Glastonbury, it's the heart chakra of the planet, and we will literally be doing a lot of energy work there. It's called soul activation and love embodiment, heart expansion. So there's a lot of heart healing and heart expansion that will be happening and this year for all of us. Okay. All right, any other questions? Otherwise, I will start the channeling. Anyone else want to share anything? No? Okay. So just get yourselves comfortable. This is the first time I'm channeling Source. It's something that has been calling me for a long time. And, Paula here, beautiful Paula, I got a message in my dream that I needed to reach out to her. And she helped me to just get beyond that. And it was just my ego mind getting in the way of what wants to come through me. So, and Source Creator has a lot to say, a lot of love to give everyone, and a lot of messages. So we're just going to allow this energy to move through us. And we are all now heading towards home, towards the heart, and you will find Source Creator in your heart, not in the mind. In your heart you'll find Source. So every time you lose your way, come back to your heart. Come back to your heart. Okay. All right, let's get everyone ready. Just close your eyes and just relax, and we will just bring the channeling through for you. And we'd just like you to have a few deep breaths. And the breath is really important because it just helps you to come back into your heart. So every time you lose your way, or you lose your mind, or you just get anxious, overwhelmed, confused, frustrated, angry, see a lot of things just crumbling, falling apart. The old systems, we are letting go of the old systems. Places and people that we trusted that may have let us down. Governments, institutions, people we gave our power to, we are going to see that crumbling, and the call is to reconnect with your own source of power, dear ones. Reconnect with your own source of power. And if you think that someone outside of you has your power, or you have given your power away to someone else outside of you, and you are to remember that you are sovereign beings of the light. You are already whole, and you came to earth to have a human experience. And we are sure you hear this all the time, but you are creators, not victims. You are creators and not victims, so we want you to look at where you have played the victim. Where are you living in stories where you feel small? Where are you giving your power away to your mind, dear ones, your mind? Where are you living by someone else's reality? You, dear one, are a soul here on your own solo journey. And sometimes we can be miserable because we're living in someone else's reality. And this is when the soul will say, hey, you're not listening to your heart. You're not listening to your soul. You're not listening. You're just settling. You're just settling in life, and Spirit Source wants you to have the best of everything. Wants you to experience love like you've never experienced love before. And this energy of New Earth is about receiving, dear ones. Do you feel worthy of receiving everything that you could have ever imagined? Because this energy is here for you. You, dear Creator being, God being, and sometimes we don't like that word, goddess. That word connected to religion, but you are gods and goddesses here on the earth, and you've just forgotten. And this returning to home is about reconnecting with your truth, dear ones. And that knowing that you all have the power to connect with Source. No one out there is extra special just because they're connecting with Source. We all have Source within us. And we all come from Source. We all came from a sparkle of energy, traveling through the dimensions and multiverses, time traveling, coming through and ending up here on Earth. And certain times we decided that we would wake up because we would remember the mission and the calling and why we actually came here. And we had to go through the mud and the quicksand and the struggles, the humanness, and the emotions, and the heaviness of the emotions. We had to feel tight in our lives and realize that we didn't fit. You were never meant to fit, dear ones. You were never meant to fit. You were meant to misfit, to remember that you're not from Earth. You're not from Earth. You came here to help raise the vibration here on Earth. And we are rising, dear ones. We are all remembering, returning, remembering that the way home is not through the mind. No, it's through the heart. And this beautiful instrument, the heart, can expand and expand and expand and expand and expand. You are going to get to know in this next decade how grand and how graceful and how powerful your beautiful heart is. So powerful. It will take you into the multiverses and the galaxies, parallel universes, parallel galaxies. And as you continue to connect with your heart, you will continue to meet souls who are on the same vibration. And they are also angels walking on the earth, and you are coming together. And there is a sacred convergence happening now. Hubs of light, holding each other, rising together, and making their way back to Source. And that is through the heart, dear ones, the heart. And you are to look at where you have not allowed yourself to receive love, where you have restricted your love in relationships. And if you are single, where you haven't allowed the love in, or you haven't allowed yourself to be loved, where you haven't accepted your bodies, your mind, your inner child, where you are still feeling powerless in dysfunctional families, and learning about boundaries and healthy boundaries. And where have you put yourselves on your list, to-do list? Where do you feature on your to-do list? Because you cannot be at the bottom of your to-do list. You have to be at the top. You have to fill yourself up, your cup up first, with the love of Source, and then start your day. And love begins with you. When your tank is full, you can give in abundance. Unconditional love is an energy that is flowing from Source. There is no end. And the more you give, the more will flow. The more you give, the more will flow. But you will also receive, dear ones. You will also receive, but your heart has to be open to receive the amount of love that we wish to give to you. There is so much love coming towards you. Be open to receiving it. Look at where you do not feel worthy of love. Start to take down those walls, those barriers where you have believed that you cannot trust in love. There is so much coming in. Where you are here to create your heaven here on earth. And living in your human body, but living as an ascended master here on earth. And you know this is the first time in our evolution that we are taking the body to this higher vibration. Christ left the body to go into the light body. And we are to clear the shadow, clear the heavy emotions, clear. Because it's all about frequency and alignment now. Hubs of light traveling together into the cosmos. Hubs of light, so be gentle with this beautiful cosmic machine that you have. Be gentle, and on this new moon, just take a moment to set an intention for yourselves, dear ones. Set an intention for yourselves, set an intention for the earth. Set an intention for the earth. Set an intention for humanity. Set an intention for the universe. We forget how expansive our heart is. We forget how much we can encompass. But we cannot give from an empty place, dear ones. We cannot give from an empty place. And if you are feeling tired and depleted and frustrated and angry, you are to focus on yourselves. Focus on loving yourselves. Focus on building this cosmic machine. Exercise, stretch, move this body. You were never meant to stagnate. The soul never is meant to stagnate, but to keep changing and moving and flowing. This year is the energy of the water tiger. Water, flow, emotions, moving the emotions, being vulnerable, allowing ourselves to feel all of our emotions, allowing our thoughts to pass like clouds in the sky, practicing non-attachment, healing wounds so that we do not get triggered by others outside of us. If souls trigger us, then there is a wound inside that needs to be healed. How can we see things from a higher perspective and understand that, okay, there's something in me that is not balanced? How can I take these words and try and understand where this wound is? And the moment you heal it inside of you, you will release it. And those words will never touch you again. It is not to put up the armor and become defensive, but it is to allow, understand, reflect, open space, and allow the healing to take place. As you let go of the heavier emotions, you ascend lighter and lighter in your light body. You float up as you make your way to source, home. Home, dear one. Source is home. And you always have this lifeline to home. You've never got lost. You've always had this lifeline to source. And it's when you connect. And when you connect, you'll remember home. And Source, infinite intelligence, is always 10 steps ahead of you. 10 steps ahead of you, opening spaces, bringing in souls, bringing in the things that you need. And sometimes we feel that we've been abandoned, but you are to look at synchronicity and miracles in every moment. You are to look back through life and see that when you needed something, it appeared like magic. Someone came into your life, a message came your way, a course appeared, a podcast, a book. We have always been holding your hand, dear ones. And when you start to have faith that this hand of Source will always be there to support you, you will not fear anymore. You will let go of fear and you will have faith. You will let go of control and you will have surrender. You will surrender. You will let go of the mind and you'll just live in your heart, knowing that everything you need will arrive before you know you need it. Infinite intelligence, always 10 steps ahead of you. Every probability, every timeline already mapped and thought of. And your choices in every moment will define which timeline and which reality you live in. Your choices. And if you go off track and if you take a detour, just know that nothing is wasted. It's all learning and growth and research here on earth. You are then to make the choice which feels aligned with your heart, your soul. And you will get by yourself back into your alignment. Back into your alignment, back into your alignment with Source. You are to look where you have settled in life, dear ones, where you have not communicated your truth, where you are living by others' realities and not living by your own. You are to look at everything, turn every stone, and look at all your emotions and do the healing work. We know you've been doing so much. There's more to do, but the energy is fast. We are healing exponentially. We are in such a powerful decade of transformation and healing. And we are always with you, dear one. We are with you in your heart. When you open your heart, we reach you. When you open your heart, we reach you. When you sleep at night, we surround you with a bubble of light. And call us in, call us in. We are a consciousness. We are genderless. We are the infinite mind of the cosmos. We can wrap you up in a bubble of light as you sleep. Don't take anything to bed with you that is heavy. Process everything before you sleep, and then ask Source Creator to surround you with a bubble of light, golden light around you. And then go to sleep. Remember to keep the connection, keep that connection strong. When there is faith, there is no fear. When there is love, there is trust. When the heart is open, there's no heartache, no pain, no grief. And when you know you are supported by Source, there's no back pain. You, dear ones, sovereign beings here on earth, you are to remember that infinite intelligence is who you are, not your little ego mind, that little self. You are expanding. Allow the expansion. Trust your inner guidance. Trust this inner navigation system that you have been given. The subtle realms, the subtle energies, the third eye. Trust your connection. Trust what you see, feel, sense, know from within. And then follow that, dear ones. Follow it. Why do you doubt? We are always whispering, guiding, supporting, showing you the way. And sometimes the mind is so strong and it thinks it has to go the other way. And there you get resistance, and you go into suffering, and you struggle, and you wonder, what the hell are you doing here? And this is where we're trying to show you that no, you're going the wrong way. That's not the way. And that will lead you to your highest expression here on earth. Your highest calling. Your highest joy. The highest love. This is what we want for you. This is what is available to you. And we want you to see a tiger now. Look at the eyes of the tiger and the eye of the tiger. Look at those beautiful stripes. Look at the eyes, so hypnotic, so beautiful, majestic, regal, has a presence. When the tiger is facing forward and the tiger never faces back, the tiger does not spend its time looking back at the past and sitting in its pain. It's facing forward, it knows where it's going. You are to face to source. You are to align with source. And when you program your navigation system to source, everything will start to line up. Everything, dear ones. You will meet those souls who are also facing the same direction as you, who have the same visions as you. And there will be your soul family, your true family here on earth, that are all decided to meet at this time, to return home together. You will recognize them from the heart. You will just know. You will just know. Your heart will know. Your heart never forgets. Never forgets. And the heart remembers through time and space those past life connections and that infinite love. And you've chosen to meet those souls now, to return together towards home. These next 2 years, 2025, there'll be so much change on the planet. And this is the beginning, dear ones, of a beautiful new year, a new era here on earth. Look at everything, align, and be present. Life in the present moment is where you need to be. Miracles are seen in the present moment. Magic happens in the present moment. Messages all around. You are to strengthen your being. Strengthen your heart. Face your fears. Life, dear ones, life. Living on earth. Living in freedom on earth. Living in freedom on earth. And the entire world is waking up, being constricted, being suppressed, waking up, shaking up, wanting their freedoms back. I am a sovereign being here on earth. It is my birthright to be free. It is my birthright to decide what is right for my body. Your birthright to be free, dear ones. This is your birthright to be free in every way. So look and see and feel and sense where there is constriction, where there is tightness, where there is suppression, where there is anger, where you feel trapped, where there is addiction, where there is attachment, and where there are unhealthy boundaries, where there is abuse, where there is a lack of communication, where there is a lack of love, where there is a lack of support, where you do not feel seen, held, understood. Because this new earth and this new energy is about receiving, dear ones. And we are ready to give to you in abundance. You have to be ready to receive it. You have to know that you are worthy of receiving it. So, dear ones, on this beautiful new moon, we ask you to set your navigation system to source, home, to live on earth as free sovereign beings in your truest form, your highest expression. Fulfilled, joyful, happy, fulfilled, dear ones, full of the love of the Creator. You are stepping into unconditional love. No conditions, and if love has been based in conditions, it will leave your space as you journey to this new vibration. You will only have love around you, but that love starts with you. No conditions on your body, and no conditions on your mind, and no conditions on yourself. No judgment of the self, no criticism of the self, no shame, no guilt, no fear. None of that. No right, no wrong, no needing to be right or wrong. No conditions. Can you drop all conditions and surrender into your heart? And just be that loving presence of Source here on earth. And the year of the water tiger. Set your navigation system. Focus. And be adaptable to change. Allow yourself, your soul, your voice to be expressed. Dance, sing, play, laugh more, dear ones, laugh. Remember, we are 10 steps ahead of you. And there is always a hand that will reach out to show you the way. You have never been left on your own, and you never will be. And everything you need will appear before you know you need it. Trust, faith, connection, love, surrender. If you always knew you had and would have everything you need when you needed it, you would never fear again. You would never fear again. Living in freedom here on earth. And living in trust and love and support, being seen, being nurtured, being held, full, joyous, creating your heaven here on earth, spirit and soul, co-creating together in this human vessel. Spirit, your higher self, and soul, co-creating together in this human vessel. Heaven here on earth. Living in freedom here on earth. Just take a moment to let this information just digest into your cells, dear ones. Let the light in, let the light in. moving direct this week. Everything is moving fast. And stay grounded, stay connected to your heart. We will be taking leaps and bounds through this time. Leaps and bounds. Expanding exponentially. You are beautiful, beautiful, bright, sovereign, powerful, creative beings here on earth. Never see yourselves as anything less than that. We are you, you are us. We are one, dear ones. You are source, source is you, you are source. I am you, you are me, and we are one. You are source, source is you, I am you, you are me, we are one. I am source, you are source, we are one. I am you, you are me, and we are source, we are one. You are source, you are me, I am you, I am source, we are one. Just let those words settle in your being. And just take a few deep breaths down into your heart, dear ones. And you are source, source is you, I am you, you are me, we are one. You are source, source is you, I am you, you are me, we are one. We are source. We are source. We are source. We send you our infinite blessings, dear ones, infinite blessings. Infinite love. We send you infinite love. And there is a love that is infinite, that is available to you. And keep opening your hearts. You will experience love like you've never experienced before. So grand. So beautiful. We love you. And we source. I love you infinitely. We love you. Blessed be, dear ones. Blessed be. Just taking a few deep breaths down into your body. And grounding your feet here on the earth. And letting the light codes and the energies just settle in your body. Like beautiful drops of golden light shimmering all around you, in you. And beautiful light beings here on earth, having a human experience. And never forget that. And beautiful light beings from the cosmos having a human experience here on earth. And never forget that. Blessings, dear ones, and love. gently start to bring yourselves very gently back into this space. Back into this space. Very gently bring yourselves back. Into this space. And just take a sip of water if you have any with you. And just take a moment to just be grateful for all the love that is here for you, dear ones. Never forget that. Never forget. Okay, let's bring you back gently. And bringing yourselves back very gently on this beautiful new moon, a new chapter, a new energy here on earth. And what do you want to experience? What do you want to share? What do you want to express? Who do you want to be? You get to write your script this year. You get to write your story, new story. New story here on earth. New horizons. New chapters, blank canvas. What's your story? And bring yourselves back into this space, dear ones. Give your hands and feet a nice stretch. Beautiful. You just have to let the light anchor in the body, but there was a lot of love, lot of love. There's so much love coming, infinite love. I don't think we know what infinite love feels like, but it's huge, it's infinite, it's expansive. So keep opening the heart, keep opening your heart. So any questions from anyone? Any questions? Any questions from anyone? No? Liz, do I see your hand up?
No, I actually would ask a question. You must have heard my question. It was interesting. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I so resonate with my soul wants freedom. My soul has been asking for freedom for a long time. So, but today, this is the first time I experienced for about the first, I'd say, 10 or 15 minutes, I felt tingling all over my head. I usually feel tingling in my body and particularly my limbs, but this was very profound all over my head. So that was new for me.
Connection. And this is the thing, the connection from the crown. You're not to lose your connection with source, straight up. alignment. So remember that, put yourself in a bubble of light and go to sleep, and just know
Mm.
that source is all around you. This is how we can connect. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone
I
want to?
just wanted to make a comment.
Yes, Steve.
Um, in the beginning, I just thought, oh gosh, I've been to a lot of channelings with Neelam, and this sounds like Neelam channeling. And so I really think that Neelam's been channeling from Source all along, and it's just a terminology. I think, and then in the end, when you said we're all Source, I'm Source, we are Source, we all Source together, it all made sense, because you said this was the first time you did it from Source, but I think you've been doing it from Source ever since I've known you. So that's my comment.
I agree with you, Stephen. This is the message that we have to give everyone. There's no hierarchy. We're all coming from this same energy, and this channeling has been coming for a very long time. But now it was like the energy was saying, say source, say source. Why are you not saying source? What is stopping you from? And this was in my head that, who do I think I am channeling source? But actually, this is a message that I need to give to everyone. We all come from source. We are all source. No one is in the hierarchy. No one's better than anyone else. Source is us. We are source. We come from source. We will return to source. And we have to build this connection with source and stay in alignment with source and return, and we will return home together as family, hubs of light, And that's the most important thing. So thank you, Steve. Anyone else? Otherwise, we will let you go. Just let the energies anchor. But tomorrow we have a ladies' event. It's really important. Women have a very important role here on Earth. And we've got the 222 vibration tomorrow. So I invite all the women to come together, because as women are being called to do a lot more healing because of what they've experienced in the past. So just the what we do together in groups, in a group setting, is really powerful. So the energies are really strong. Divine Mother's coming through for tomorrow, so join us for that. We also have Lightworker Academy, where we're helping the light workers, supporting the light workers and keeping them bright, so that we can keep building this bridge to New Earth. So that is also coming up next week. We do every Monday we do breathwork and meditation, simply to keep you balanced, calm, so that you can ride these waves. These are tools, and you have to practice your tools. It's fine reading it in a book, but if you don't listen and don't practice, it's in the practice that you'll experience, not in the reading the book. You can read as many books as you want, but it's in the practice that you'll experience this expansion. So it's really important to do it regularly, so that it comes second nature, just like finding your keys or brushing your teeth. It's second nature for you. Yeah. Okay, anyone else want to share anything? There's a message. Yes, I'm still doing one-on-one sessions, though I feel that this year my body of work is changing, and I think I'll only be doing sessions for this year. And I know that will upset a lot of people, but I feel the body of work is changing, and I'm being called to do more on group work. So yes, for this year. And next year, I doubt it, actually. So, anyone else? Okay, thank you. It's lovely to see everyone. Take care, look after yourselves, and if you have any questions, let me know. But if you can, you come and join us on the retreat. It's going to be very, very beautiful. There's an energy that is anchoring on the equinox. It's all about heart expansion. Literally, your heart will just, it's all about the heart now. Opening the heart to receive. Yeah? Okay. We'll let you go. Have a lovely new moon. Enjoy the energies. Remember, the eye of the tiger. Listen to it if you can. And, focused alignment. It's all about alignment this year. Beautiful. Thank you very much, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.